Hi everyone, my name is Sahil and I welcome you all in this series that is the locations into the Hindu newspaper into the last 1 year. Friends, into this particular series, we will be taking up the important locations, tiger reserves, national parks, tribes that were there into the news. We will be taking up the coverage from the Hindu, the Indian Express as well as from the PIB. Now, for the frame of reference, friends, already last year we have taken up a series where from 2019 to 2020 we had covered all these things. A series onto the India and a series onto the world has already been taken up. The links are provided into the description. If you want even more comprehensive coverage, you can see them also. Now, into this particular set of videos, guys, we will be coming with the 5 or 6 videos for India and 4 or 5 videos for the world, and we will be taking up all these particular coverage. Not only we will be seeing the geographical locations, but why they were into the news and some related aspects also we are going to take up here. Now friends, let's formally begin with our session and taking up the first location. So first we will be taking up the Lingdam Monastery into the Sikkim. Now guys, it was into the news in both PIB as well as the Hindu newspaper because the President of India visited the Lingdam Monastery of the Sikkim, and upon his visit, the Kagyet Cham was performed here. Now first of all guys, the word Cham refers to the ritualistic and symbolic dance that is performed by the followers of Tibetan Buddhism at the important events and important ceremonies. And the Kagyet, it means the mask. So the Kagyet Cham, it means the mask dance. So it was performed upon the visit of the President of India. So it is a very important thing. You need to keep it into your mind that where it is performed into the Lingdam Monastery. Then the second thing is that guys, this particular monastery is also referred by the different names. For example, it is also called as the Ranka Monastery as well as the Pal Zurmang Kagyud Monastery, and it is located at Ranka, which is near the Gangtok, the capital of the Sikkim. Now, when we talk about the Lingdam Monastery, guys, it belongs to the followers of the Kagyu sect of the ancient schools of Tibetan Buddhism. So Kagyu sect is within the Tibet Buddhism. You need to keep it into your mind. And guys, they follow the Vajrayana philosophy. Okay. Then guys, there are some other issues also with respect to this Lingdam Monastery. So this monastery is the principal seat of the Karmapas. Now Karmapas are the head of the Karma Kagyu school of Buddhism. And these Karmapas, they are also called as the Black Hat Lamas. Very important thing, you need to keep it into your mind that the Karmapas are the head of the Kagyu school. Now guys, first of all, this particular monastery, it was built way back into the 16th century, but it was not very preserved very properly. And you might be knowing that the China, they acquired the Tibet, and after the Chinese acquisition of Tibet, many of the Tibetan followers, Buddhist followers, they came into the India. Dalai Lama also came. So guys, at that point of time, one of the Karmapa, that is the 16th Karmapa, he also came in India, and in 1960s, this Lingdam monastery was again rebuilt, it was again reconstructed. So all these are the important aspects related to the Lingdam monastery. So very important historical place, and this particular era question might come on to this. You need to keep it into your mind. And friends, if we see the relative location of this particular monastery, so you can see that here there's Nepal, here's the Bhutan, here there is Tibet, and here into the Sikkim, the Ranka Monastery or the Lingdam Monastery is situated. So that is all about this particular location. And now moving to the next location. Now friends, the next location that we are taking up is the Ramgarh Vishdari Wildlife Sanctuary of the Rajasthan. Now it was also into the news because this particular wildlife sanctuary has been elevated by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, and now it has been given the status of the tiger reserve. And after this thing, in India we have 52 tiger reserves. So guys, when we talk about this particular Ramgarh Vishdari Wildlife Sanctuary, now converted into the tiger reserve, it will be the Rajasthan's 4th tiger reserve and the country's 52nd already I told you. Now here onto this particular map guys, we can see that towards the north there will be the Sariska Tiger Reserve, then there will be the Ranthambore National Park as well as Tiger Reserve, then guys there will be the Ramgarh Vishdari Tiger Reserve, and then there will be the Mukundra Hill Tiger Reserve. So from north to south also you need to keep their locations into mind. Now further, one important thing is also there that this Ramgarh Vishdari Tiger Reserve, it will be linking the Ranthambore and the Mukundra Hills. So basically it will be creating creating a kind of a buffer, and a very big tiger roaming range will be created here, which will further be helping into the tiger preservation. So this is one more important aspect with respect to this. When we talk about the location of this particular tiger reserve, it is located near the village Ramgarh into the district Bundi of Rajasthan. And guys, when we talk about the Bundi school of art with respect to the painting is also very much important. You need to keep it into your mind. Then further moving on, then guys, the Ramgarh Vishdhari Wildlife Sanctuary, earlier it as a sanctuary, it was notified into the 1982. And when we talk about the flora of this particular region, it contains the hilly dry deciduous forest onto the Vindhyan formations. And with respect to the biodiversity also, the region is very much rich into the biodiversity. Here, the dhok, kher, salar, khirni trees, mango trees and bear, they are found here. Particularly the kher and salar are very much important ones. And guys, with respect to the animal diversity, the fauna diversity, this particular region is again very much important. And here, the leopard, sambar, wild boar, chinkara, sloth bear, Indian wolf, hyena, jackal, fox, deer and crocodile, they all are found into this particular location. So guys, the Ramgarh Vishdhari Wildlife Sanctuary elevated to tiger reserve is very much important, and you again need to keep it in mind that now we have the 52 tiger reserves in India. So that is all about this particular location. And now guys, moving to the next location. Now the next location that we are going to take up is the Noklim Wildlife Sanctuary of the Meghalaya. And guys, it is again many times into the news because here the first bamboo dwelling bat of India has been found. Now this bamboo dwelling bat, you can see into the picture, basically a very important peculiar thing is there that the feet of this particular bat is into the shape of a disc, and these basically these feet, they can stick to the bamboo. So therefore he is a bamboo dwelling bat. So this particular bamboo dwelling bat, it has also been given the status of least concerned onto the IUCN red least concern status. You need to keep it again into your mind. Then when we talk about the Noklim Wildlife Sanctuary of the Meghalaya, it is into the Ri-Bhoi district, which is very much near to the Shillong. And this particular sanctuary again from the biodiversity point of view very important because it is in the Eastern Himalayan global biodiversity hotspot. Again I am saying that this sanctuary, it falls into the Eastern Himalayan global biodiversity hotspot. So very important ecologically sensitive location. Then guys, into this particular sanctuary, very diverse fauna are found. For example, the Royal Bengal tiger, clouded leopard, Indian bison, Himalayan black bear, all they are found into this particular sanctuary. Then further moving on, there are some other issues also guys. Into here this particular sanctuary, large variety of birds are also found. For example, there is the Manipur bush, Kel, rufous necked hornbill and the brown hornbill, all of them are found. Now if you see into the map of the Meghalaya, we can see that here there is the Noklim Wildlife Sanctuary, and if we see the relative location, then guys here we can see that there are the West Garo Hills, North Garo Hills, East Garo Hills, West Khasi Hills are there, West Jantia Hills are there, East Khasi Hills are there. Fine. So that is all about this particular location. I hope that guys much of the aspects related to it they are clear. Now moving to the next location. Now the next location that we are going to take up is the Sur Sarovar Bird Sanctuary of the Uttar Pradesh. Now the Sur Sarovar Bird Sanctuary was into the news because it has been added to the list of Ramsar wetland sites into the India. Now guys, the Ramsar wetlands are the wetland of ecological importance, and basically such status has been given after the Ramsar convention that was concluded into the Iran. Now guys, many of the Ramsar sites are there which have been added into the last 1 year. All of them we will be covering in our video series, and after we have completed a comprehensive video on Ramsar also we will be seeing. You don't need to bother on to that. So the Sur Sarovar Bird Sanctuary has been added into the Ramsar wetland site. And guys, it is situated along the Delhi-Agra highway, and many a times this particular bird sanctuary is also popular by the name of the Keetham Lake, which is surrounding this particular sanctuary. Further, when we talk about this particular Keetham Lake, guys, here you can see onto the map that the Keetham Lake is there, and this Keetham Lake, it is a pentagonal shape. Fine. And into this particular lake there are many of the artificially created island also, which gives the shelter to many of the migratory birds, and every year large number of migratory birds from the Southeast Asia they come and they nest here. Fine. And this particular basically lake is also an important breeding ground for the migratory birds. Now, when we talk about the different types of animals that are found into this particular sanctuary, then there are the cheetahs, there are the panther, hare, nilgai, jackals, wild boar, hyenas, sambars. They and there are large number of birds and reptiles also which are found into this particular region. So this is the diversity. Then, guys, with respect to one particular bird, this sanctuary is very much famous. That is the grey lag goose. Now, the 1% of the grey lag goose population into the entire South Asia, they are found into this particular sanctuary. Now, here you can see the picture of the grey lag goose, and when we talk about the status of the grey lag goose onto the IUCN, it has been given the status of the least concern. So IUCN least concern grey lag goose, and a large population is found into this particular sanctuary. Then further, guys, this particular facility has also developed the bear rescue facility. Now, when we talk about the bear rescue facility, guys, you might be knowing that earlier there were the dancing bear practice that was followed. You might have seen into your childhood, and if you might not have seen, ask your parents, they might have seen into their childhood that a kind of a person was coming and he was having a very big bear, and that bear used to dance. So that particular practice has now been abolished, and all the bears which were to dance, they have been rehabilitated into the bear rescue facilities spread across the country. And one of a bear rescue facility is also into the Sur Sarovar bird sanctuary. Fine. And into them the sloth bears, fine, which earlier were enslaved as the dancing bear, they have been rehabilitated. So that is all about that, guys, this particular location. And now moving to the next entry. So the next entry that we are going to take up is the Sajjangarh Wildlife Sanctuary of the Rajasthan. Now this particular sanctuary was into the news because, guys, a special drive was carried into this particular sanctuary to drive out the lantana camera. Now, first of all, what are the lantana camera? So they are the exotic and invasive species. Guys, what is the concept of the exotic and invasive species? Exotic species is one which doesn't belongs to a particular area. It has come out of another area or another topography it has come. So that is an exotic species. And invasive species are the ones which are very much intimidating. They spread very fastly, and they spread so fastly that the native species of a particular area, they are endangered by the invasive species. So basically, many times the invasive species are of a particular concern, and we take extra effort to remove these exotic invasive species. Fine. There is, guys, the water hyacinth, also a type of an exotic invasive species. Now, a special drive for removing this lantana camera was started up because it was an invasive species and it was hampering the grassland of this particular area. And as this particular species has been removed, the ecological restoration of the grassland has started there, and the biodiversity of this sanctuary will be now be saved. Now, guys, this particular lantana camera, if specifically we talk about it, it is a very thick shrub, fine, and it covers the vast tracts of land into very less number of time, and it is so much thick that it cuts the natural light and nutrition for the regional flora as well as fauna. So that is all about this. Then, guys, the location of this particular wildlife sanctuary, it is located into the Udaipur district of Rajasthan around the southern Aravalli hills. And this particular wildlife sanctuary is important for many of the other animals also. For example, it is home to the cheetahs, panthera, hares, blue bulls. It is important for jackals, wild boar, hyenas, as well as for the sambars. Fine. So here we can see that the map of the important wildlife locations of the Rajasthan has also been given. When we specifically talk about the Sajjangarh Wildlife Sanctuary, it is located towards the south of the Rajasthan. Fine. Now, guys, this is the part of one of an important palace into the Rajasthan, that is the Sajjangarh Palace. And this Sajjangarh Palace is also known as the Monsoon Palace, and it was built into the 1884. Now, the name Sajjangarh for the Sajjangarh Palace as well as for the Sajjangarh Sanctuary, it comes from the Maharana Sajjan Singh, and he was an important ruler of the Mewar dynasty. So these are all the important aspects. Guys, you can pause the video and you can see the location here: Gajner Wildlife Sanctuary, Tal Chapar Sanctuary, Desert National Park, all are there. And guys, by the way, the PDF of all these videos you can download from our Telegram channel also. Now, moving to the next location. Now, the next location that we are going to take up is the Umed Pauni Karhandla Wildlife Sanctuary in the Maharashtra. Fine, popularly also called as the Umed Pauni. Now, basically, this particular location was into the news because a tigress and her two cubs they are found dead into this particular area, and it created a lot of furor. Fine, and this is at a time when we are fighting for conserving the tiger population. So, because of that, it was into the news. Now, when we talk about this particular sanctuary, guys, it is very much important because this sanctuary, it is a connecting region between the Tadoba Andheri Tiger Reserve. Fine. And basically, along this particular sanctuary, the Vain Ganga River, which is a tributary of the Godavari, it also flows. So, Vain Ganga River, it makes one of a boundary of the Umed Pauni sanctuary. Then further guys, this particular sanctuary, it is having a huge diversity. For example, there are the tigers which are found, gores, wild dogs, find, and a very rare type of animals such as the flying squares, pangolin, honey badgers are also found. Now the pangolin guys, after the COVID-19, it has become very much popular because it was said that the pangolin has also played an important role because the COVID-19 virus, basically the genesis is also in one of the pangolins. However, it is not very much ascertained, but there is one of a theory which goes into this direction. Anyhow guys, so already I have told you that it is bounded by the Vainganga river, fine, and there is also the Gos Khurd dam which is also there. Then there are some other issues also with respect to this. Guys, when we talk about this Umed Pauni Wildlife Sanctuary, it is actually a region which is connecting large number of key tiger reserves. And here onto the map, we can see that, see, here the red one, it is the sanctuary. Onto the north, there will be the Pench Tiger Reserve. Now guys, the Pench is into the Maharashtra also, Madhya Pradesh also. Some part in Maharashtra, some part into the Madhya Pradesh. Then there is the Bord Tiger Reserve, then there is the Tadoba Tiger Reserve, fine, towards the south. And guys, onto the eastern side, there is the Navegaon Nazira Tiger Reserve. So you need to keep it in mind. Again, I'll say into the north, there is the Pench, towards the west, there is the Bor, towards the south, there is the Tadoba, towards the east, there is the Navegaon Nazira separately also we will be taking up. So guys, this particular sanctuary, it provides the connectivity between large number of key tiger reserves. So therefore, basically it serves an important role that it reduces the pressure of tourist and tourist related activities, and even it gives a kind of a large roaming landscape to the tigers also. So that is all about this particular location, and now we will be moving to the next location. Now guys, the next location that we are going to take up is the Navegaon Nazira Tiger Reserve into the Maharashtra. Now this particular tiger reserve was into a news because a very peculiar kind of leopard, that is the melanistic leopard, was found here. Now guys, the melanistic leopard, it is developed because of a aberration into the genetic structure, and this leopard is entirely black into the color, completely black. There will be no patches. Fine. Now this particular tiger reserve, it is also important. Why? Because there was a fire also which had occurred here, and into that there were some people also which got died. Now basically this melanistic leopard, it is many times also referred to as the black panther. You need to keep it into your mind. Now when we talk about this Navegaon Nazira Tiger Reserve, it was created as a tiger reserve in 2013, and at that point of time it was the 46th tiger reserve of India. Now we have 52 already, I told you. Now this particular NNTR, it comprises the notified area of the Navegaon National Park, Navegaon Wildlife Sanctuary, Nazira Wildlife Sanctuary, New Nazira Wildlife Sanctuary, and Koka Wildlife Sanctuary. So these large number of areas, they combine together and they actually form the Navegaon Nazira Tiger Reserve. Fine guys, if you are particularly from the Maharashtra, all this particular information becomes even more important for you. Fine. So further talking about the other aspects related to this particular reserve. So guys, basically this particular reserve, it is connecting a large number of important tiger reserves. Again, it will connect the Kanha Tiger Reserve, Pench Tiger Reserve, Tadoba Andheri, and Indravati Tiger Reserve of Chhattisgarh. I will show you all this onto the map. Don't get worried. So again, it is an important region because it gives a connectivity to the tiger reserve. What? Kanha, Pench, both in Madhya Pradesh, Tadoba Andheri in Maharashtra, and Indravati into the Chhattisgarh. Now, here onto the map we will be seeing all of these particular location. So guys, here you can see that the Navegaon Nazira is there. Now towards the north sides you can see that there is the Pench and there is the Kanha. Now Pench, Kanha both into the Madhya Pradesh, some part of Pench is also into the Maharashtra also. Then there is the Tadoba here, fine. Then you can see the Indravati. Now Indravati is into the Chhattisgarh, fine. So Indravati is into the Chhattisgarh, fine. Then guys, into the nearby we can also see the Bor, fine. So this is the location around this particular region, fine guys. You can see here again I have erased here, and even into the PDF you can download it and you can scroll on to this particular picture, fine. Then further, with respect to the Navegaon Nazira Tiger Reserve, there are some other issues also. Fine guys, this particular tiger reserve, it is also having a kind of a very diverse vegetation, and see here the different type of forests are found, and into this particular direction from dry mixed forest to the moist forest, all of them will be found into this particular tiger reserve, fine. And into this thing there are also a huge diversity of the animals, the carnivores such as the leopard, the larger carnivores such as leopard, smaller carnivores such as the wild dog, wolf, jackal, jungle cats, they are also found here. And guys, apart from them, the other herbivore animals are the ones which basically majorly eat the herbs, fine. So they include the sambar, nilgai, chosinga, barking deer, wild pig, Indian gore, and mouse deer is also found here. So all these are the important flora and fauna of this particular Navegaon Nazira Tiger Reserve. So guys, that is all about the locations that we are going to take up into this particular video. We will be coming up with a new video, and into the new videos yet another coverage of the locations, wildlife sanctuaries, rivers, etc. we are going to take up. So guys, stay tuned. We will shortly be coming with the next video. If you have liked the video, please do hit the like button. Thank you so much.